Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Centerville Business Today. We are here at the site of St. Leonard's, and I'm meeting today with Tim Dressman, who is the Executive Director at St. Leonard. Tim, very nice to meet you.
Thank you.
We've known each other for a long time, but it's good to see you again.
Thank you.
Why don't you just take a few minutes to let the audience know what St. Leonard does, what kind of services it provides?
Well, St. Leonard, of course, is an older adult community, a Franciscan living community. We've been operating for the last 26 years, providing a whole area of services for the seniors in the area. Anything from adult day services to assisted living, skilled nursing, rehab care, dementia care, all types of independent housing options. With great thanks to the Franciscan friars who donated this property for that purpose 26 years ago.
So you've got the entire range of care, from completely independent living to someone who would need quite a bit of day-to-day medical attention. All of those needs would be taken care of.
Absolutely.
Now, how many residents do you have at St. Leonard?
Currently, we have a little over 700 residents and about 360 employees taking care of them.
Well, I know it's been just a tremendous community citizen over the years. We're very grateful that you are in Centerville and for all the services you provide. Now, what's the range of ages of the residents here? Is there a minimum limit, or how does that work?
Well, we have a range of resident ages anywhere from 62 up to 108, 109. Certainly, you know, the range of services that we offer can apply to any of that age group, as long as they're over 62 years old.
Well, I know the age of the population generally is getting older, and all of us obviously hope to get to that point. I can kind of see it on the horizon. It's not that far off. But well, if someone either for themselves or for their mom or dad, wanted to explore the opportunities here at St. Leonard, what would they do? Who would they get in touch with?
Well, it's pretty easy. I mean, we have a marketing department that handles all the inquiries, so you can either call in. You can drop by, make a visit. We do walk-in tours. We have a website, www.stleonard.net, where you can research all the options and go through a virtual tour. But certainly we encourage anybody that's interested to stop by, drive through the campus, see if you like it, something that fits you and your lifestyle. Talk to some folks that live here, those who work here, or those who have had family members that have been cared here over the years. And I think you can get a good idea of what St. Leonard is about and what we have to offer to meet the needs.
Now, you talked about the campus, and I know as part of the program we're going to be doing kind of a visual tour, if you will, but what's the size we're dealing with? What are some of the amenities that the residents could enjoy here on the campus itself? Well,
we of course sit on 240 acres of land here in Centerville, and currently 97 of those acres are developed. We are planning an expansion that will basically take up another 23 acres, but certainly we are very cautious about the use of the land that we have and making sure that what we do with that land is, of course, something that the community needs, and the services and the care that the community is going to need in the future. We want to address and use the least amount of our land resources that we can, so that we can protect the natural beauty that's on this property and has been for the last 50 or so years.
So with the 240 acres, I mean, I know I've walked around it quite a bit myself over the years, but you've got a wooded area, you've got ponds, and it's just really in a beautiful green setting with the campus in the middle of it.
Yes, we're lucky to be on the boundary of Billiac Park and also on Sugar Creek. A lot of trees. In fact, we have some protected acres that are adjacent to Billiac Park that will never be approached for development, and it's just an incredible opportunity, I think, for this type of housing and living environment to be situated on a land like this.
Well, it's quite a beautiful physical setting, and I hope anyone that hasn't seen it takes an opportunity to come out, because I know they'll be very impressed with that. Now, I know this because you've come to City Council on this. There are expansion plans.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that.
That would be great. Is it okay to stop back and talk about where the campus was and where we're going?
Absolutely. I know we've got some visuals here. Let's take a minute to go over and take a look at those.
For those, of course, for those people who are not real familiar with St. Leonard, St. Leonard has been around for over 50 years. It originally started as a Franciscan seminary, and we have a little photo back here of the college as it was original in 1961. It operated actually as a seminary from 1958 through 1981. And as you can see, it's pretty much the single site facility, the so-called old building that we're standing in now. And over the years, it has grown in different phases, and I'm going to lift this up here because it's a good kind of aerial shot, but it basically will tell you where we have our main seminary building here, and over the years we've added a healthcare center, which provides rehab, short-term rehab, dementia care, long and short-term nursing, skilled nursing care. Then we have several phases of independent units that were built beginning in 1983, and then another set in 1988, another set here, the South Garden homes that we did to feature some ranch-style homes that were built in 1995. Most recently, we completed our North Garden home project in 2005 toward the front of Centerville Station Road. And as the mayor alluded to, about 5 years ago, we decided that we needed to look ahead in the future, the coming generation of boomers, and that there were going to be different expectations of care and services that were needed. Besides some of the input that we had from our current residents about some of the needs that they wanted added and amenities they wanted added to the campus. So through a lot of planning, community focus groups, some of our own residents groups, our board of trustees and managers and staff here, we came up with a plan to add a wellness center and a wellness center to the campus, feature a memory support center that will allow us to take care of approximately 60 more folks with Alzheimer's disease, and also some one-bedroom apartment units. We do currently have assisted living, but our apartments are very small because they are in the old building.
Tim, let me ask you before, I mean, the independent living, are these standalone units? Are those joined homes? How does that work?
We have several different options, as I said, in independent housing. Some of these are duplex units. They're attached units, somewhat of a townhome concept. And then we have freestanding, what we call garden homes are freestanding type of ranch homes, and they come in 2 and 3 bedroom designs. The older ones have 1 garage. The newer ones have 2.5 garages to account for, of course, the people that want to keep their vehicles and their extra play toys.
Now, how does is the lawn service, is that part of what's provided? How does that work for folks?
Well, we like to call St. Leonard a city in itself. We do provide all of our own landscaping with a few exceptions, all of our own snow shoveling, and we have a full-time crew that does that of about 14 guys over the year, guys and gals, that take care of the land, make sure that the mulch beds and the grass is cut and the snow is plowed.
That's tough to do sometimes, and I know we mentioned earlier, but just I think it's so important to see the greenery and the ponds. I mean, again, the physical setting is really a very attractive and beautiful thing, and there is a lot of opportunity for people who just kind of want to get away a little bit and walk through the trails and just enjoy nature.
It's outstanding. We even have, this is Bill Yeck Park back here, as you can see. We have a walking path, actually a paved walking path that goes through the woods from this area all the way through the woods to our stock fishing pond, which we also have available for the residents, their family, and staff members. And we do actually have a lot of folks that use that path for exercise. The path also continues around the campus through sidewalks in various areas, and with the new expansion up front, we'll have a pond with a walking path around the pond adjacent to Clio Road.
Well, let's talk about some of the new, I know we've got some schematics of some of the new buildings going up. Let's talk a little bit about those here.
The grand vision for the future of St. Leonard was, of course, to develop a townhouse type of square and what we call a community green and a central piazza, as they say in Franciscan language. And what this will envision is, again, people who are familiar with St. Leonard know about our chapel and our large bell tower here that rings regularly on the hour. And this is what this artist rendering, the future of St. Leonard, will include this community green surrounded by our new wellness center, which is one of the things that you'll see opening in July of 2011. And then future plans have some growth of some more independent units to surround this hub, creating a neighborhood community green. And this will be closed to pedestrian traffic only. Right. And all the traffic coming onto the campus now that currently goes right past the chapel will be directed around in a circle path around the community.
Well, let me ask, because I know you mentioned a couple of times that the intent was to have it almost be like a mini city or a city within itself. So really a resident at St. Leonard could, I mean, all of the amenities that they would need really are pretty much on campus, right? I mean, they've got entertainment things, they've obviously got health and fitness things to deal with, a lot of outreach and networking or involvement with other residents. That's all really available right here.
It definitely is, and one of our key strategies for the future has been an increase in wellness programming. And wellness, because our tagline now is live now, age later, and we encapsulate that with a lot of wellness programs that we're offering now. And certainly the ability to put these wellness programs that we currently offer into a facility that we can continue to offer those programs to our own residents, but also to the general public, is very exciting for us.
Well, because I think a lot of folks, my age, I mean, I'm coming up into my mid-50s now, we kind of had the image from when we were kids of an older adult area being, just kind of a sad place and all this. But what I've been so impressed with at St. Leonard and some of the other areas around, that it is very much a community, very much a lot of activity going on, and it's the population, again, there's that giant clump of baby boomers who are all kind of getting in there, and from 62 to whatever. I mean, there's a huge diversity of needs, desires, and interests within that age bracket, and you really serve them all here.
Yes, and we do. And I think the whole idea of aging now is taking on a new terminology, a new type of focus. It's no longer the nursing homes that used to operate of old, but the fact is that we're trying to help people have a better quality of life because people are living longer. Right. And we do that through wellness programming, care, and services. But as I alluded to before when I've talked to you on other occasions, it's the people that make a community. Of course. And you can build all the nice buildings you want, but if you don't have a group of people with shared visions and values like we have here at St. Leonard and have for the past 25 years, it's just a strong group of family members, residents, staff members, community boards that have the shared values that we espouse from our sponsoring congregation, the Sisters of St. Francis of Sylvania, Ohio. And we've carried that Franciscan tradition on for the last 26 years. And of course, Franciscan is all about building that shared value and vision and creating a community that can take care of people regardless of how much money they have and regardless of their needs. And certainly that's what we're trying to do here at St. Leonard and have been trying to do.
All right, Tim. Well, listen, I am very grateful that you gave us an opportunity to meet with you. And the community here at St. Leonard is just a tremendous asset to the city. It provides great services to our citizens. So I want to thank you for sharing that with us today. And ladies and gentlemen, I hope you take the opportunity to come out and check out the services here at St. Leonard. It's something I think you'll be very impressed with. Thank you very much, and appreciate you joining us for this month's edition of Centerville Business Today.
Thank you, Mayor.
Tim, great to see you again.